Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Stationeers Venus, which originally aired live on Twitch, and this is episode 6 coming at ya. Is that all I got? Oh no, there's these. So how many more walls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, it's hard to count, man. Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, I think. I'm not sure about that. If I have more than I need, it's okay. Oh, and the 3 on the bottom? What bottom? 23. It's something like that. I'll just... Oh, yeah. I need 3 back here, too. Yeah. So 26. Yeah, Glitch, you were right. I now know what you're talking about. Let me do those back windows now, because they're very, very, very easy to forget, and very fatal if I do. I mean, I'll obviously save scum and have no problem with save scumming for the pressure test to make sure I don't super explode in a blaze of glory, but I'm also going to need to mine up some more silicon so that I can make more plastic and glass, because I don't have enough. So the double windows here are more pressure resistant than the single. I think it's additive. So 2 of these, like the double panes, are like bring you up to like 600 kPa or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have these things memorized. This isn't my main game. I apologize. And obviously, a cube would be the most efficient space for volume. And this base is not cubed at all. It's one heinous looking terribleness. I fully acknowledge how horrid my design is. It's just what I did in a panic. I don't even know if I need more than that. I need at least a few more. It's got personality, yeah. That's a nice way of saying, you're ugly, but I like you anyway. And I'm talking about, you know, the base, not people here, so don't get judgmental. Oh, no, I need more. Oh, no, maybe not. What do I need? I need this, and this, and this. I need 1 more? 2, 3 more? It's hard to tell without the plastic in place. I think 3. What's my base's name? Oh, I don't know. I don't really have a name, because I don't have a tracker yet. So without a tracker, and I know I'm over time, but, you know, if you guys want another hour, I will happily oblige. +1 over the airlock. Yeah, true. Because the one over the Airlock is iron and not, obviously, tough. Now, iron plus steel still is better than one of them alone, but clearly it's best to, you know. It's best to have all steel. Alright, and then the last one that I think is this. Also, double windows has the added benefit of somewhat protecting you from accidental window removal. So, if you're not careful, you can, at times, sort of like rip your window off, right? Like if you're walking around with a crowbar and you misclick something, like if I was aiming at an APC and I misclicked and I hit the window instead, a double window, I'd have to remove two windows. So if I removed both, I'd be double stupid. Whereas a single window, it's just like, oh, okay, you know, it's a single window, voomp, and you're vented to space, or whatever. Come on, down, 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 down. There we go. My jetpack's low, but I'm not that worried about that. All right, so let's go get some more. I can always make jetpack juice. I'm gonna call it that, jetpack juice. I can always make jetpack juice because the atmosphere is partial nitrogen, so all I would need to do is an active vent into a canister with a nitrogen filter, or just use just whatever's in the atmo. It doesn't have to be pure nitrogen. It could just be atmo gas. But I just need to make sure not to lose the base, because as you can see, it's I can kind of see the black outline of where my my like solar gantry or whatever you want to call it is, but it would be very, very easy to miss it. Yoda, wait, what? Sorry, it's not ideal camera work. Let me move them. I'll adjust the boom arm so you get a better view of Yoda when you want one. So that new liquid pipe of the furnace is so that you can melt ices that are water and extract water from them. So I definitely need to make a furnace where the furnace's sole purpose is just to melt ices and capture those gases. Actually, the base, because of one of the advantages of those base lights, as I'm sure you can see, is it does light up the base a little bit, even when I'm out, giving me something to see. Hey, music. Hang on. There we are. Ew. Hang on. Cute. What a majestic creature he is. He's so derpy in real life, it's hilarious. Majestically derpy. Alright, come on, Silicon. Come on, Silicon. Not the sun, no! Wow, look at this mountain, man. Jeez. Alright, I have very, very low tank. Oh, this is Gold Mountain. Cool. Where the heck is... Oh! Ah, my eyes! I like how I dip below the mountain and my eyes no longer burn. It burns! I could do a mineral scanner, yeah. I could employ one in a bit. Hell orb, yeah. God, it took me all night to try to find silicon. Now it's day and I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna DIAF, you know? But I'll get back to base in a sec. I'm just trying to get as much as I can. Another good useful thing for me to do is to leave the airlocks open to the outside but closed so that when I do these like last minute minings, I can actually close the base and like the base isn't heating up from atmospheric buildup, which it is currently right now, definitely, undoubtedly. So let me get back. Oh, it's far. Jetpack, hang in there. Yeah, this is the prison planet on Rinnick. It is so hot. Jetpack. Coming in hot. Woo. It's actually not that hot in here. It's hotter outside. It's because the air indoors doesn't immediately heat up because the only way for it to heat up is this airlock here. So it's only 107 Fahrenheit in here, or Celsius in here, and it was already like 170 when I got back. So the base, the volume of air in the base won't immediately, you know, instantly cook, which is pretty nice because I don't like to be air fried. Air fried rad is a sad rad. So this isn't a pressure test. I just want to fill my jetpack. And I'm going to fill my jetpack a super getaway. Oh, actually, I could do it even smarter. But canister storage. I'll use my airlock. Oh, let's only make one canister storage, though. I don't need, like, 10 of them. Venus fried rad. It's a delicacy on Omicron Persei 8. But it makes me sad, too. So, in the case of rolling ores, I'm gonna put my ores away. What is going on with my stupid music? It just keeps pausing. Alright, so here's the smart way to do it. Sort of smart way. No, I'm gonna do it the lazy way. No, I thought about it. I can't even get that right. First it was Discord, now it's my music. Actually, the music is just because I'm using a library that when I tab off the library, after a while it goes like, are you still listening? It doesn't actually ask that, but you know. It stops because for every song it plays, it owes licensing fees or whatever, but it is DMCA free, so it's just Yoda, don't be barking, dude. Or growling. So here's what I'm gonna do. One of these spare waste tanks here is now gonna be my jetpack, my spare jetpack fuel. I'm just gonna have to rename it first. It's not gonna be green and sexy like the other one, but propellant. Alright, so the propellant here. Oh, this is so sketchy without a pressurizer. No, this is gonna blow up and kill me without a pressure regulator. So let me undo this so I don't blow up and kill myself. As much as I think you all would like to see an explosion, I could do an explosion. I just want to save first. So let's get a pressure regulator. A pressure regulator only allows a certain amount of gas pressurized. Without this, the tank filler would just fill up. Like, these canisters will blow up at 10 MPa, and if I did it without the pressure regulator, it would just fill the can until kablooey. The pipes themselves will kablooey at about 60 kPa, so like you can't fill the pipes indefinitely either. Like, everything has kit tanks, which are massive, don't have, I think, a pressure max, but like most other things have pressure maxes, and you don't want to hit the pressure max, because you hit the pressure max and, well, kablam. So I need cables. And essentially what I'm doing with this setup is I'm just pulling air from the base and stuffing into this canister. It's very, very, very basic. But it's because my propellant's almost empty, so I might as well grab some propellant. I could make it pure, excuse me, pure nitrogen propellant if I cared to, but I don't care that hard. So now, the pressure regulator here, let me take my labeler and set this to 9500, which is like it's shy of max, but it's close to max pressure. And then turn it on. Hey, Highland Timber. And then set this active vent on. I want to make sure that this pipe here doesn't super explode. And I also don't want to pull too much base air to the point where I do a unauthorized pressure test, let's call it. So then this pipe network eventually will work its way up to 9 MPa or 9.5 MPa, and that's when I'll know that my propellant is done. And I'll be using propellant that is, you know, you could get the most DV if I used H2 for propellant. If I used H2 for propellant, there's some problems with that if I ever use my jetpack in an oxygenated environment. Kaboom. So I won't be doing that. I'll eventually probably be setting up my propellant to be base air, so that if I ever use my jetpack in my base, I'm not screwing up the gas balance of my base. That's what I would say would be wisest. Smart tank has a built-in meter. I know, I could have done a smart tank, but I just don't really need to. What I do need is a tracker. Beacon, I think it's actually called. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I don't have solder yet. Never mind. I lied. All right, 9.5 MPa. Done. This is my new propellant. Music? What? This is miscategorized. So my old propellant here is just pure nitrogen, which on this planet is not all that special, because this planet has a nitrogen environment, so a tank of nitrogen is, again, not special. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna make one more thing of propellant. Smooth Venetian jazz. Let's name it first. Stick it in. Pressurize it. Kenny G. Oops, that shouldn't have been on. Okay, it's pretty cool out, so. Whatever happened to all my, here's my silicon. So, let's do like 10 glass sheets or something. I'll have to figure out exactly what my ratio is. So this didn't fully pressurize because I think it ran out of gas. Yeah, ran out of gas. So I'll add a little bit more in from the base. And I just need to make sure that the base is pressure doesn't drop too far or kablamo again. All right. So now I want to make the same ratio of plastic to glass. What is it in my backpack? Yeah, here it is. So we'll do 1 more glass and 6 plastic. And then see what we have left over. I'm not going to do the count. Could you combine? Thank you. Oops. Leave that on. That will climb up to 9.5. While that works, let me continue my Operation Rad the Roofer. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and then I'll do a perimeter check. How many floors do we have? Like 2? But it's 3 floors high. There's just... It's awkward. I don't know how else to put it. It would also be ideal to do the pressure check at night. I'm sure this is already pressurized. Yep, so here's my spare propellant tank. Just put it there. All of this can get ripped up. I'll put that outside the base eventually. I don't really need it in here. All right, let's do a quick perimeter check. So you should, everywhere there's windows, you should see white paneling. Like the white frame. Oh, there's one missing. Already found one. Shame. God, I'm so bad at drinking this beer. It's kind of warm now. All right. I would say we are good. I didn't see any obviously missed sections. So, next up, we move this tank filler and we do a pressure test after I save. So let me put the canister holder away. The Activent can be here. Because that leads to outside. Yep, we'll be doing a pressure test in just a sec. Vacuuming out all of the oxygen or all of the atmosphere out of the base and hoping that our windows don't rupture, and that would be bad. Sad Hallmark music on Venus. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so we are, oh, I need to plug that in. Come on. Oh my god. Stop cycling. Set it to inward. Save game. Venus 4. The Venusing. And go. So if it works correctly, I ought to be able to create vacuum in this, up in this hizzy. It'll take a little while because of how voluminous the base is. But as you can see, the pressure's dropping from everywhere. If I can't vacuum seal this, it's going to be so annoying. I'm going to have to do like passive filtration and have like a portable scrubber that I walk around the base with. It's going to be really, really annoying. I'm going to cry a little bit. I'd much rather do it this way. I also have to make sure not to use my jetpack while I'm in the base, because if I jetpack, I'll be adding atmo. Would 2 vents work better? Yeah, they would work faster. Absolutely. And 3 more than 2 and 10 more than, it scales up. Well, but 1 will do well enough. I already have half of the atmosphere in this entire base pulled out. If I can't pull, would it be better to do grow lights? Well, grow lights isn't going to fix it. It would be, if I can't pull the atmo out, there's a lot of other solutions that I have. The solution I'd probably pick is to replace the gas while I pull the gas. Let me turn the lights on. And then if that doesn't work, there's other ways to do it as well. I would need a fabricator. How do we even make a fabricator? Is that an auto lathe? How do you make a fabricator now? Do you have to trade for one? Did they remove it? Yeah, maybe they removed it. So if that was the case, what would I need to do? I would need to... It'd be complicated. I would need to upgrade the base machines, yeah. That's what I would need to do. So I would need my mod or whatever. The electronics printers mod, which would be steel, electrum, constantin, and solder. I would need to do a complex furnacing. But so far we're at 16 kPa and dropping, and the windows are holding. It's like 9 kPa here, so it's like edge of space level vacuum right now. It's going to be a little bit more pressurized up top because the air has to travel further from here. Yeah, down to 7 kPa. I think it's gonna work, but I'm not gonna jinx it. Yeah, steel, electrum, and solder are pretty easy. Constantin and Invar are not. Constantin requires a high temp. Invar requires a high pressure. I could do it. It would be annoying. I would have to build a furnace setup that's better than what I currently have now. Is this flow outside or natural wind? It's actually not. It's pressure wind. Basically, I'm sucking all the air in my base out of this vent. This vent is actively vacuuming out all the air in the base. So those wind lines you see is the air of my base going out. And then the wind lines out here is the air that I'm sucking out of the base going into the atmosphere. So you can see both wind lines. The wind being pulled from the base, and then being pushed out into space. Hey, El Coco, thanks for the resub. And then if I actually do properly vacuum it, oh, yeah, we're getting to vacuum here. Pretty much, no doubt about that. I'm going to need to set up an airlock to keep it vacuum. Because, you know, as soon as I open both doors, actually, comically, if I open both doors, air will rush in so hard through this airlock that it might throw me into my autolathe and break my suit and kill me. Because pressurization and decompressurization events are very, very violent. They are very, very violent. If you want to see that, I can do that to myself. It feels bad. It doesn't feel good to be thrown into a wall at like 40 miles an hour. But, I mean, I'm down to entertain. I just would definitely save first. So, micro pascals or whatever, micro pressure here, takes a bit of time to pull out. And more vents would obviously do it quicker. All good, no need to see that. I'll show it. But yeah, now you can see there's micro, there's there's just a teeny bit of pressure, but getting the last of the pressure out does take effort. It's pretty effortful. It's going to take a while for this to be true vacuum. But look at the interesting double hex patterns of these windows. The sweet was El Coco's response, not sweet, it would throw me against the wall and kill me. Well, thanks. That's good to know. That you don't necessarily want me dead. Don't I have a second vent in my airlock? Yeah, but it's not actually plumbed to anything. It's, I could use it, you're not wrong, but it's not connected to the passive vent. And I don't think I could connect it to the passive vent. Well, I mean, not midday. I can't go outside right now. But that would be a good idea. The pressure test is definitely a success. We're at 85. Yeah, we basically don't have atmosphere in here now. One thing I can do is set up the airlock, or work on setting up the airlock to keep this vacuum for a bit. Oh, no, we had a rupture. Yeah, we had a rupture. So it can't get down to 0. It's good to know. I can work with that though. Airlock.plumb because of Kyle. So leave session, exit. But as you saw, I kind of got flung into the ceiling. That was all the air rushing in through that hole in the wall. Come on, yeah. Exit. It wasn't the iron panel. It was a proper window. It was the panel next to the vent. It could have been the fact that I temporarily pressurized the outside slightly higher than the inside. But no, I mean, I could work with this. It's not ideal. I didn't want to have to do it, but I could work with it. So the first thing I want to do here is to set up an airlock proper. So that I can keep my air. I think these I think my airlock should switch sides though, or at least this one should, because the cables are in the way for the other airlock. So I'll go here instead. How did I get the furnace hot enough to make steel? I took oxygen from my O2 tank here and I fed it to my furnace to get the furnace hot enough. And then I fed the furnace hydrogen, volatiles. in a very, very crude, very strange method. But it worked. Can't argue with results. I mean, you can, but you'll get nowhere. All right, Pumpy or Pipey. Yeah, that's good enough. So the way this works is when I want to pull the air out of the airlock, I can put the air in here. The question is, will this airlock be able to vacuum pressurize with windows? I'll have to test that as well, because I think it's entirely possible that that doesn't really work, as we just did a pressure test and it kind of blew up in my face, because Venus is so high pressure. And then do the same thing to the other side. So I might have to put, I might have to replace the windows in the airlock with walls, but I'll pressure test it first. Then let's get these wired up. I'll have to name these vents with my labeler again, because I moved them. So this is the internal. As you can see, I'm a little tired. Internal, external, external. Okay, I didn't move that one. This is the airlock gas sensor. Okay, so here, the internal pressure and the external pressure will just say, will be 119 kPa, because that's just basically what the atmosphere is. So first, I'm going to select my sensor. I'm going to select my exterior active vent, and then my interior active vent, my exterior composite door, my interior composite door, and now I have an airlock. Ah! Son of a bitch. And it shut on my face immediately. So what this does is this airlock will keep the gases on both sides of this airlock separate from one another. So this is the vacuum test where I might blow out the windows above me. Nope. Nope, they didn't blow out. So I don't know why I couldn't vacuum pressurize my base, but I can vacuum pressurize this airlock, no problem. Oh, and it's daytime. Screw you, son. I hate you. And let's go back inside. Now, obviously, cycling the airlock takes a minute. Make your base pressurized with the airlock. No, it wouldn't work. It's an issue of volume. I think because the surface area or something, I don't exactly, I didn't code the game, but. Did I miss a double pane? No. I can tell from here this is double paned. Because you can see both pieces of glass. I wish that was it. But it's really not that big of a deal, actually. I can still make it work for me. So the way I'm going to do it is, first, I'm going to start to treat the air in here. So as you can see, this air has some X. I need to get the X out. And then what I need to do is I need to start putting nitrogen in as I take carbon dioxide out. And I'm going to do this like pretty crudely. But to get the X out, how hot is it outside? Oh, it's too hot. Darn it. Because I have a portable scrubber attached to my lander that I could use to grab the X. The portable scrubber's in one of those bins over there. X go give it to you? Yeah. X is useful. I just don't want it right now. So I could also get the X out. Yeah, let's not use the portable scrubber. Yoda, could you stop barking or growling at stuff? It's not cool, dude. So there's another way I could get the X out, which would be with an atmospherics. I need a little bit more copper. Where is my copper? Here it is. I'm really low on copper. Ugh. How is this base surviving against surface conditions? With engineering. Much engineering. What can I melt over here? Let's melt the gold. The atmosphere of Venus is not true to true Venus. It's just hostile, but not actually Venus. It's more just like an angry Earth. It's not truly realistic because materials that we have on Earth would not be able to obviously withstand. All right, so this is going to be really ugly, but it's also temporary, mind you. So here is input. I'm going to input an active vent from here. Interestingly enough, I'm just going to cut this whole frame out because obviously it doesn't share a wall with the outside, so I can just remove that frame for now so I can do my piping. So then I'm gonna set that vent. Oh, this is gonna be so janky. I love it. Oh, let's get more pipes. Pipe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna suck in air from up here. Whoa! And then feed that into this filtration unit. Jesus. Where then I'm going to filter out the X and blow it out the back of the base. I'm gonna have to also remember not to use my jetpack when I do this, because otherwise I ruin the base's filtering. And then all the other gases are gonna be replaced back into the base so that I'm not actually depressurizing my base at all. I'm just removing the X first, because the X is what is really gonna kill plants. Carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Actually, the rest of the base's atmosphere isn't gonna kill plants, it's the temperature that would, but not the atmosphere itself. So then the filtered gas is going to run sloppily across the floor here. Yeah, that's enough pipes. Like I said, it's going to be super sloppy, but this is what it can do while it's daytime inside, because I can't really go outside. And then the unfiltered gas, which is the gas I want to keep, is going to also go all the way down here, because the input and the output needs to be opposite ends of the base for it to work. So I need my unfiltered gas passive vent to be as far away from this vent as possible. I don't need to save X for a wall cooler, because there's X in the atmosphere, so I don't need to keep it. It's not special. I can just pull Atmo for X. All right, that's probably enough. And passive. Yeah, any gases that you can find in your atmosphere aren't special, and you don't need to care about them because you can just suck them out of the atmosphere for free. Now at this point, I need to make some cables. And my copper's in here. God, I hate stepping on these pipes. Yeah, the gas mix for Venus is majority carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and X. There's not a lot of X in here, but there's 1 mole of X. So if you had a, if you had an active vent, the oxygen that's in my base right now is just outgassings from, I don't even know where it's outgassing from, but it doesn't really matter. So if you had like an active vent to a atmospheric filter on long enough, you could get whatever, all the X that you ever want. It would be hot X, but you know, it'd be also free. Okay, that's probably enough. Okay. Maximum jank. That's what we're going for. Just as ugly as we can be. This is why I really wanted to vacuum seal the base. Just to point it out. Because if I didn't vacuum seal the base, this is what the stupid project has to look like as a result. Now you can understand how nice it is to start from scratch. Start from, like, just vacuum seal. Which is why Moon, in my opinion, is such a nice start. Because you just have perfect vacuum. And here, I don't, and I pay for it. Chlorine is exciting to breathe, that's why they call it X. Yep. And hydrogen's called volatiles because... Alright, where's my... Did I stack it already? Oh no, here's the iron sheet, it's good. Alright, so let's weld this back in. Because I welded it, it displaced all that air and the air went whoosh. Whoosh. Then let's, oh, I don't have a filter, so I need a pollutants filter. So X is called pollutant as well. It has so many different names, it's ridiculous. There are, yeah, there's different shaped frames, but I'm using just the square ones. Air went whoosh. So here's my pollutant filter. And as you can see, skull and crossbones, yes, don't breathe it. Now that I have that filter, I just put everything inside one of these. Oh, another thing I need to do, if I care about the atmospheric filter, is I cannot be arc furnacing indoors anymore. Because the arc furnace is has the possibility of just outgassing whatever the hell it wants to outgas, right? So it might outgas X on me, and it would just put X back into the atmo. Ah, right, No! No! Damn it. Also, I should filter my airlock this way, so that there isn't X in my vent system, my airlock system too. Okay, so here we are. We have this on. Let's go upstairs. Turn it on up here. So now it's going to suck in air here and push air out here. Let's get the old... So everything coming out of this, it's really hard to tell what it's actually doing. I know. But basically, the percentage of X, the 2 moles of X that we have in our base, should be gradually disappearing as this runs. Whoa! God dang. Talk about a wind tunnel. I can't even get out of this room. Let go of me. Stop. Ah! Well, I've made a wind tunnel that I cannot escape from. Whoa! Flinging me into the walls. So basically, the X is being sucked into... Oh my god. Here, let me... No, not in... Oh, Jesus. Don't sit outward. Turn off. Okay. Now it's off. Now what I'm gonna... Oh, okay. Now what I'm gonna do is turn it on and run fast before the air hits me. Ha! I'm faster than your air. And now down here we have 1 mole of X, right? I've already somewhat replaced the or somewhat displaced the X. And you can tell because my filter here has only 99% durability or whatever left, meaning that it has filtered X. Did the window just pop or was that the vent? It was the vent, thankfully. So this is not as good, arguably, as the passive scrubber, to be fair. So what's funny about this is I could have done the same with just the portable scrubber, which I will show you now. This is definitely the better choice. It's just at the time, it was hot out and I was impatient. So I went the hard way. Whereas if I just waited for nighttime, I could have done it the easy way. So I'm cycling my airlock to me now. Come on, open up. And there we are. And there's less than 1 mole of X now. I am very, very, very gradually removing all the X from the Atmo. But the portable scrubber does the same thing. Just, it's built to do it. Whereas what I'm doing right now is not. Alright, so now you'll see a lot more X in the air now because I'm filling it with Venus Atmo. Or rather, there it is. Now, let's put the... I don't really care where the arc furnace goes. I'll just put it here for now. Because it's right next to a cable. What I was doing. The passive scrubber. Right. Alright, so let's grab that passive scrubber. The portable scrubber, I think it's called. Actually, I shouldn't call it by the wrong name. So here it is, portable scrubber. Definitely set up the portable scrubber in the base. Don't do it outside the base because they're hard to pull through the doors. Once you deploy it, they're bulky as hell. More the air conditioner than anything else, but yeah, they're bulky as hell. I like when I'm in a vacuum, you can barely hear me jump. Alright, so the portable scrubber... Oh, Jesus, there. So now I've deployed it. You can see it would be annoying to get through a door. This works basically the same thing, but it's just one isolated unit, where you stick in a filter. You stick in a battery, which I will... Wow, okay. I'll grab a small battery. And this will also... It fills the internal tanks with whatever filters you put it on. So I can drag this around the base, and it will just it just pulls the air. It pulls the X out of the atmosphere and stuffs it into the device. So what I'm doing is I have an X filter here, and I now have an X filter. I'm going to put this X filter here, like as far away from my other X filter. So both of these are now passively filtering X out of the atmo. And I'm down to 0.4X. I was originally at 2 moles of X, now I'm at 0.4 moles of X. And my windows haven't ruptured because I'm not pulling any other gases out. I'm just circulating it. Like a heart circulating blood. It's circulating violently, as you can tell, but there won't be enough of a pressure differential between the indoors and the outdoors for me to kablooey my windows, I don't think. So what else am I going to work on? What I want to do is I would like to start to gas mix. So I'm going to do a 80-20 of nitrogen to oxygen, or nitrogen to CO2. I'm going to have about 20% CO2 because I don't have the easy ability to make oxygen, so I'm not going to oxygenate my base. Basically, I'm just going to live in my suit until I can oxygenate a location. So I need to do more atmospherics, and that means I need to get copper, I think. Yeah, I'm going to need copper. The portable scrubber isn't on? I thought it was. Oh, it isn't on. You're right. There. Because I'm dumb. And then around the portable scrubber here, as you can see, there is no X. And I can drag this portable scrubber around the base and just like pull the X out. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Right, so there's like, nope, there goes all the X. It works better than this setup. This setup is the permanent setup, but you can actually ratchet this portable air scrubber down. It's just why do I keep dropping my dumb tablet? And as you can see, there's 7 moles of X in here now. And if I pulled this hatch, it would the X out. Feel free to ban you. I wouldn't ban you. I make bad puns all the time. Banning you would just be punishment. Yep. I went there. Oh, you know what? I have to very, very, very quickly turn this off because it's going to hyper-pressurize and explode now that I don't have a way for it to exit. So what I should do... I don't really care. I'm just going to delete the gas. So all of this jankiness is now replaced by the portable scrubber, as I should have worked in the first place. Am I out of time? Oh, lordy. All right, let me try to just clean up before I call it. I don't want to leave such a mess for future me. Right, so here's a stack of pipes. One more hour. I don't have that kind of endurance. Oh! That was me. That was not airflow. I just accidentally held my A key and sent myself flying like a dummy. Now the other problem is I don't exactly know how to get to this. I guess I could snip the cable from a distance, but I can't use my jetpack because my jetpack has X in it, and if I'm trying to remove the X, slamming my jetpack on And putting more X into the Atmo is like the very opposite of what I'm trying to do. So let me do clever jumping. Woo! So the reason that exploded right there is because every time I was removing these pipes, I was pushing the rest of the gas into what remains of the network. And it got to the point where there was so much gas, because it just like works magically like that. Don't ask me why. So it got to the point where there was so much gas left over, it went kablam. It was overpressurized, but it was a small little explosion because there wasn't a lot of volume of gas. And yeah, I have like go gadget telescoping arms here. Don't ask. It's just my amazing trait. That was a cute little explosion, a little somehow safe depressurization. Usually depressurization events are not cute or small. So to accomplish my objectives, I mean, I'm safe-ish indoors. I've been working on trying to get the X out so I could grow, but no, I didn't really get very far. Oh, did I screw this up? Is there cable now buried in the base? I'm gonna have to remove that and find out for sure. It's only one cable, it really doesn't mean anything, but I demand perfection. Oh, and I removed the battery here. Oh, hi, empty can. I guess I ate all my food. I have more food in my lander, though. No, I got all of it. Cool. Look at how big that can is. Jesus. No wonder I've been eating it for days. It's like Costco-sized can right there. Put this way. So let's see. This has 7 moles. Okay, so if it only has 7 moles, it hasn't really picked up more. But I guess we'll know if I grab my tablet. We'll see if I can't find any X. Maybe it got it all. Alright, checking upstairs. Because, you know, any amount is fatal. Shut up. Game. Yep, it got it all. I mean, it's hard to jump into... Yeah, I think it got it all. Cool. Waste tank caution, huh? So I can leave this here, passively pulling X out of the Atmo, just in case I somehow have some sort of X leak. But obviously, this works pretty well. When will this continue? Probably next Wednesday, I'd imagine. Let me switch waste tanks. So this is my old one. Yep, here we go. Let's make sure the waste tank is working too. So we have 783 moles of O2 here. And we should have more when this filters. Yep, it works. Okay, cool. Still working. Just save and take my helmet off. Okay. I mean, I could do that. Just make sure... Let me make sure my scrubber is on. So the scrubber is going to constantly drain power, and the reason being is it's constantly circulating. You don't really see it because it's kind of magic, but it is circulating. I don't think there's any X in here for it to grab, but that's why it's a constant drain of power. Thank you all so very much for watching episode 6 of Rhadamant Plays Stationeers Venus. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keeping in mind that there's many hours yet to air of this series. If you'd like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has all the resources you need to catch one. Thank you all so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell.